It's obviously tough coming from somewhere different. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. Everyone's been very helpful and like helping me out through the plays and stuff like that. And it's been very good for the boys to help me do that.
Against Bath, Lucas was 18, 19. I was 20. Manny's 21. That's still back row there.
That push to get that extra 5% of everyone throughout the season and to start now the standards, I think there's been a real push from the club as a whole.
Right.
My primary work is to transform the pack into a dominant pack, and that's just the way I see my job.
If you know where you come from, I know it's a low switching, then you've got a good chance of knowing where you want to get to.
My name is Cornel van Zyl, and this is Cardiff Rugby Uncovered.
Let's go, last 2 reps, boys.
I followed Franco Smith down again, back to the Cheetahs. And then I started coaching the Cheetahs. That was then Super Rugby Currie Cup. And then after a while, I don't know if you remember, then the Cheetahs went to the URC or Pro Rugby. And then yes, we got a bit of flavour from the Pro Rugby as well. So it was nice for me because I used to play in it and then I can coach in it. And then COVID happened and then Cheetahs were pushed out of the Pro Rugby. So then obviously you started looking around and that opened up the opportunity to join Irish in the Premiership, which is really good, a big move for the family. But it was really nice to get to experience the Premiership and the competition. We all know what happened to Irish then, so I had then found an opportunity at Ealing Trail Finals. We were going to face soon in the warm-up game, and it's been fantastic. Yeah, actually, it's good as a learning for a coach to different level, different playing fields, different players. So that was really good, and then that basically brought me back to the URC, which is exciting for me. Always enjoy the different cultures and different places to go, which excites me a lot. Massive. As a player, I'd say Franco and Rassi most probably the most. And then obviously coaching with Franco obviously helped me in my coaching career as well. So it was actually a nice, transition from being almost like a player coach to full-time coach under him as well. So that was always good learnings, and just to learn to do things and not to do things was massive. Yes, so I was lucky enough to face Cardiff in the Pro Rugby back in the days. A few times, obviously at Orms Park and then obviously in Manigo in Treviso. And then as a coach, I think, about 3 or 4 times. It's like, I think back in the days was every once or twice a season. So a few times here, playing or coaching, sitting in that box there. 100% yes, I always felt like there was a great city, great atmosphere at the games. And it's like, it's one of those opportunities you just can't let pass. So, no, massive. Which was probably one of the first things I mentioned. It's like just the rich history of the city and the Orms Park and the club was like really appealing. And then it's just like you want to almost like be part of the history going forward. So that's probably what drives one as well. Yeah, so the first block was just basically to get the players to be able to do the rugby stuff. So it's almost like a process of getting there and then how to progress into lower level, just conditioning into rugby specific exercises or conditioning. Always they need to earn it to actually go and do the stuff. So I think the boys, I can't flag one. The boys worked hard and they've been really working together and just working hard. So it's been really positive. Obviously with the low numbers, sometimes it can be a challenge. But obviously now the rest of the boys joining, it will give us that opportunity to train better with more numbers.
It was good. It was a marker for me. It's something I really want to push myself on, especially having the Welsh lads hit some real good times before they went up to Australia. That was a real nice target. And having Tommy Bowen there to chase was excellent. I mean, absolutely rapid. I mean, you've got to give it to him. So then it's a great experience. I think it was a real testament to the boys, how hard they worked in that, because you see the character show there, and that's what I really like. It's the mental, because about on the third one, it starts to all kick in and it's like, oh, I got 2 more. And then it's all the mental, and it's just how hard you can go. I think the integration's been perfect in terms of the balance of the new detail, the new coaches definitely having their talk on things, and then also having that physical and mental aspect on the pitch. I think it's key, so I think the balance has been really good so far.
I tried to get my same as what I got last year, which I got, which I'm happy with. I know a few boys was struggling, a bit worried, and trying to prepare themselves in the best way possible, not eating breakfast. It was saw a lot of different faces on that day, but yeah, I didn't mind, it was okay. But no, it's I'd like to say getting easier but getting harder at the same time, if that makes sense. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Body's getting used to it, but it's definitely getting harder as well.
Yeah, look, always, those fitness tests, it's almost like a nice measure to have, and then to see how the boys push themselves and each other. I actually enjoyed the dunes. When they went to the dunes, it's just like, you just get to a dark place and just fight it out, which is always going to happen in a game of rugby. So it was good mentally for them to go in and out of that. But the numbers are really impressive. Some of the boys really showed some good fitness levels, so that's a real bonus to have. 100%. I think the biggest, bonus of that is, like you said, we take them to a different environment. It's no shoes, so it's already different. I think the learnings we made with those sessions is probably some of the better sessions we've had, in terms of in a short time you can actually cover a few things that's going to make a big difference in the games. So I think that was really, really useful, those sessions. And it's always the most intensity. You didn't have to ask the players, they would just do. You almost have to pull them back sometimes, which is encouraging to see as a coach.
I think to be able to firstly have the facilities given to us is amazing, but I think it adds that extra bit of detail into everything we're doing. I mean, you can be so technical with it now, with less chance of injury, and have that really close contact with the coaches as well, for them to coach us, be real pernickety on stuff, which is what we want. But no, I think it's been a real good addition so far. I mean, it's tough, but tough is good. That's what we want right now. I think it's something that we keep touching on throughout the season. I can see real benefit for it. I think it's a great mix, because Matt Sherritt's definitely more of a lax character. I think comes with that just absolute depth of experience throughout his career, and I think that's a real good mix. I mean, I probably don't talk to him too much because he is forwards, more base, but whenever he does have something to say to me on defensive wise, it's so valuable, and I absolutely love it. I mean, as an individual myself, I probably am quite intense and straightforward, so I don't think he knows it, but our characters actually align a bit more than he thinks. But no, I really appreciate what he's doing so far. I think it's really great.
Sitting up on position. And do half with half strap. Yeah, keep walking down and moving back. Give a colour, Jenna. 45. Sit up, nice mate. Just good punch through, right? Yeah, let's have it. That's it. Nice, get that punch.
Yeah, so I'm here today, helping Rob out with the kids, doing a bit of basketball, just shooting some hoops, just having a bit of fun, you know, where the kids got time off from school, just keeping them active. And yeah, I just want to show face and just do some stuff with the community. I think it's very important because when I was a youngster, I had to stay active, you know, whatever it was. This would have been really beneficial to me. I didn't really have nothing like this when I was growing up. It was more like just go over the park and have a kickabout. And this is pretty good structure, get a little sweat on. I even had a sweat on. I just think if I was in one of their positions, like one of the boys, then I would be looking up to someone like me, and I'd want them to do what I'm doing, as in like coming to these community things and stuff. Like when I was growing up, I didn't see no one like that at all, absolutely no one. So if I could do anything to play my part in helping their development, helping them, it might not necessarily be rugby or sports, but if I can show that it's possible to make something of yourself, you know, you're from around these parts, and I'll do my best in that. I think the most important thing is getting better. Like, in terms of the Welsh squad and Cardiff squad, I know I started a few games and played a few games, but I want to be, you know, one of the first names on the team sheet if I could do that. Obviously, I've got a long way to go. I'm not expecting that. Like, I'm expecting to go in and try to work my ass off and make my way into the team, Cardiff and Wales. Not just go. I don't want to go back and just think, oh, I played loads of games for Cardiff last season, I'm going to go back in and complacency. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and try to work my ass off. And as you can see, towards the end of the season, there's a lot of competition. Alan Lawrence is in really good form, and with Wales, obviously, Alan Wainwright's really good. And, you know, he's probably one of our best players. So there's loads of competition. Falatau's probably going to be back, so you know there's going to be unbelievable competition. So I'm just going to try, just give everything a go and see where I go. 100%. And there's experience. Like most of the team, even against Bath, Lucas was 18, 19. I was 20. Manny's 21. That's the old back row there, and we're losing one try or whatever it was, a couple of points to Bath, and they come first in the Prem. You know, so think of it like that. You know, we're just starting off. So all the games we've played this year and all the experience we've learned, take into next year's. And those 1 point games, look at the games away against Ulster and Munster. Those 2 games we should have definitely won. And then I can count another 10 games probably where we could have won. We might not turn all those games into wins, but it'll be more than last year. He's given us opportunities. Obviously he had to, but at the same time, even when the older boys got back, like the older boys come back from injury, from all the hard work we've put in, he's given us respect and like the ownership to say like, oh, they've been playing well, you're not coming straight back in, kind of thing. And I think that's important. And yeah, and he's really good at man managing. He's really good at like making sure everyone's all right, if that makes sense. Like for me personally, this is what I think anyway. Like I remember against the Lions game, I was rubbish. Didn't play well, I played awful, and then he dropped me, but to the bench, like. But he came and spoke to me like 3 days before he did it. That type of thing, rather than just. That's where he's good with the young boys. Obviously, the older boys have been through it, so it might be a little bit different how he treats them. But with me, it was honesty, and I was like, I appreciate that more than if someone just said, oh, you play well, but this and that. He just said how it was, and I was like, I respect that. I can't really say nothing bad, you know. He's told me what I could do better, and it's on me to do it.
So my name's Chris Jones. I'm the Rhondda School's Rugby Development Officer, and I've been for the last 31 years. Yeah, so I mean, it was fantastic to see Matt share it up, and Liam's a local boy who came through the system, played Rhondda under 11s, the Rhondda under 12s, and the 30s and the 40s. Like, he played in the Dewa Shield side for the Rhondda, you know, and then he went obviously on to play for Wales age groups, and eventually Cardiff Blues, or Cardiff Rugby as they are now. Oh, it is fantastic, you know, because it just shows that you haven't got to come from somewhere exotic like Cardiff or Swansea or Newport to become a professional player. You can come from someone local. They all know Liam. They see him around and everything. He's living on the doorstep, and it just shows that you can make it from up in the Rhondda. The opportunities are there.
Defensive contact here and the attacking contact here being the same carousel basically. So can I get 4 boys please, just to volunteer? So I have 2 by me please boys here. One with the ball, one without, facing each other. And 2 will be up please boys in line. 1 on their knees. So defender here, only one of you, face in please. So Oh, roll to his please. So he's going to pass it. Don't worry about it, don't your names, obviously. So pass it across. So we have falling tackle, so step out for me. Just key on this, boys, the ball as he hits the ground. Make sure we're placing out away from the jacklers, which would be, sorry, what's your name? Sonny will be the jackler, then it'll be a race to ruck drill then basically. Sorry, what's your name? Sonny and Reece. So Sonny and Reece then will race to contact here. Sonny's looking to go for the jackal, so he's trying to win it at the centre over the ball like that. If as a defender, boys, if you can beat up to it, grab the ball, turn over, yeah? Keep a little competition, and then obviously swap around, boys. You two each, swap around as attack and defence. So Sonny, yeah, you go on your knees now, Sonny, that's it. Out, fall out, down, went. Good turn, oh, great contest, boys.
I have to say that Matt Sherritt is a real breath of fresh air because he really does see the need of embracing the district, and so the outlying areas like Rhondda or whatever feel part of what's going on in Cardiff, and so that's fantastic. That's what we want here.
You're going to try and do 10 perfect passes before we go into the game, right? This is what it looks like. So you're going to have two hands on the ball. Just for this, right? You're just going to keep your feet shoulder width apart, level. Make sense? All right? All I want you to do, right? So if you've got the ball now, I want you to just lean forward slightly. So you're tilting your upper body. So your chest is just over your toes. All right? And then all you're going to do is you're going to make a pass. So just if you just watch me for a second, don't make a pass. You're going to make a pass to your partner who's just going to show me his hands. All right? All I'm going to concentrate on this pass is keeping my chest down. And I'm going to concentrate on keeping my hands as straight as possible. I'm going to release the ball as late as I can, and I'm going to point at the target after I finish it.
Well, absolutely massive, you know, I mean, because obviously the boys, when they see it all firsthand and they realise the size of the players, they realise the sort of quality, the skills that's needed, you know, to see it all there in front of you is much better than being, you know, told about it by someone like me or seeing it on television. You know, all those things are important, of course they are, but to have the opportunity to invite to come down and see it live is, you know, even more sort of exciting enough for the boys and creates more of an incentive.
Yeah, as a coaching group, we've obviously identified that. Look, my primary work is to transform the pack into a dominant pack, and that's just the way I see my job, and that's ultimately my drive. So, will it make changes or quick fixes? Not necessarily, but I think it's just going to be the process of doing the right stuff. Have the mentality right all the time, and then let them just go and play. Look, fight and enjoyment is, I think, is really two key points. You need to fight every time. You need to, you know, go and get it, and then obviously enjoying what you do. Not saying it's always going to be the enjoyment scoring the try, but it's also the unseen work from the guy who's never on a TV replay, but he's done the job on the other side of the pitch, which is obviously the stuff that you know we will look at. Definitely, it's obviously one of the things that also was really appealing to me is to have young players that's got massive potential, and then just to form and fold them into world-class players, which is a great opportunity to do it because the platform is perfect. You've got your experienced players, you've got your younger players that's talented, and then you've got your companions that's been here for a while. So the blend is actually perfect. It's just about getting all to, you know, pull at the same time.